Hey Tech Timers, this is Andre of Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews, where I review cool tech and everyday products that will help to make your lives just a little bit easier. Today, I am coming to you live with No Jive in part 3 of which is better, the Umidigi Uwatch 2 versus the Umidigi Uwatch GT. Can you dig it? Okay, so before I get down to the nitty gritty, if you missed part 1 where I review the actual physical watches, or if you missed part 2 where I review the application that syncs with the Umidigi Uwatch 2, then I will leave links to both of those videos below. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell, all below. So check this out. Unlike the Umidigi Uwatch 2, which uses the Fit app, the Umidigi Uwatch GT uses the Very Fit Pro app, and I'm going to go ahead and launch that right now. And okay, before I get down to the get down, let me give you the lowdown. This is a very buggy app. It's very quirky. I am not gonna edit out some of its quirks, because I want to keep it 100% real with you. So let's go ahead and get rid of this watch and let's get down to it. So when launching the application, it comes up to the home page, and as you can see, it displays the steps, and I'm going to cover everything that's here. There's a little link right here. I'll go ahead and tap that, and that's the sharing link. And it's going to allow me to push information from my watch to all of these apps: Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, etc., etc., etc. If I tap on that again, then it disappears. There's a little icon right here. If I tap on that, absolutely nothing happens. If I tap on the steps, then it's going to bring up another graph, and let's go back. And it's just going to give me information of what I've done today. If I tap on it again, it disappears. If I scroll down, it's going to show my calories, distance covered, duration, and it's going to give me, if I scroll down a little more, then it's going to show what I did. Like I said, I did a little bit of walking earlier. It's going to show the time that I walked, beats per minute, calories burned, another walk, another walk, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so it's going to give me that information. If I click down here on details, then it's going to bring up the another graph, and it will show the week distance, week steps, week calories, average distance, average steps, average calories. And I can go back in time. There's also a little calendar here that pretty much does the same thing. It's going to show, the information going back last month. So let's get out of that and let's go back to the home page, and I'll go back here, and there's the next tab is going to be sleep. So I don't wear this to bed at all, but I did take a nap recently. So what we'll do is, as you can see, there's no information there when I click on it. So I'll tap on today, and let's go back in time and find that day when I took a short nap with the watch on. So as you can see, you can just go back, and let's go right there. So check the day, and what that does is, now there's information. So if I tap on that, then there's some information of that little nap that I took. It's got a deep sleep, light sleep, awake hours, and then it shows pretty much that same information right here. Okay, when I scroll down. So once again, if I click on this little icon, absolutely nothing happens. If I click on details, for some reason it takes me to activities, and that's one of the quirks, because I was in sleep. So if I go back to sleep, and now you can see I'm on details and sleep. So it's kind of, like I said, kind of like a quirky app. But I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to go here. And now from from sleep, there's another tab, and let's tap on that. That's going to be heart rate. So unlike the Umidigi Uwatch 2, I cannot measure from this this screen. Let's actually go back to today. Okay, so that's today. So if I tap on that, it's going to show some information from today. If I go ahead and tap on it again, then it will return to the original screen. If I click on the sharing, of course, it's just going to bring up all of those apps that I can push information to. And so it's going to show the resting heart rate, average heart rate, max heart rate. And then this is all the walking information that you saw before. So I'm going to go back to activities, and I'm going to click on this little plus sign down here at the bottom, and it brings up 3 little icons. So I'm not sure exactly what this icon is, but you know what, I don't know what it is. But if I go ahead and tap on that, then okay, so it's bringing up tips, and if I tap on open, then it wants to it brings up my location. If I want to go back, I have to hit that back button. Okay, so right now it's on hiking. If I, let's see, click on those, if I tap on those 3 dots, I can change what it is, you know, the exercise. As you can see now, hopefully you can see that it changed from hiking to outdoor cycling. Alert on, frequency, map source, and Google Map. Now, keep in mind that this does not have GPS. I would have to turn the GPS on in the app itself. And it would show the total number of activities, speed, total calories burned. And if I had information here, it would be there once I tap on that little arrow. But there's no information in there. If I tap on the play button, once again, it's just going to bring up tips and the location. But if I went back, and this is another one of the quirks, I would have to go back from here. So that covers that. Let's get out of this. And I click on, I tap on the plus sign again, and there's a little running guy right here. So let's see what happens when I do that. So this brings up the type of sports. It's got others, yoga, indoor running, etc., etc., etc. If I click on record, then it would bring up everything that I've done, you know, going back, I don't know how far, you know, last month or so, I guess, or however long. If I go back and let's say I go ahead and tap on, okay, so this is another one of the quirks. As you can see, it says the Bluetooth device is not connected. However, if you look right up here at the very top of the screen, let me see if I can show you. You can see the little icon right there. This watch is connected. Actually, every single time that it says it's not connected, I've gone into Bluetooth and the watch has been connected. So let's tap on others. Once again, don't know why it does that. Maybe the watch itself needs to be on, but let's see. So now that the watch face was on, I was actually able to advance in the application. Really weird, but I'm on indoor cycling now. If I hit the record button, you can see that it activated the watch. Let's go ahead and pause it, and I can actually turn it off from the watch or from the app. So, do I want to save it? No, I don't want to save that information. So let's go back, and I'm going to tap on the last icon over here. And what this does is it records, it brings up some information, you know, weight. Let's see. And that's kind of weird because as you can see, it's just frozen and now it's moving. So if I wanted to save that, I would just tap on that right there. There should be more information in there, but it's not moving. See, it's kind of weird how I should be able to scroll up and down. So let me click on delete this record. So you can see that there's some quirkiness going on with this. It's kind of buggy, but let's move on. Okay, device. I tapped on that little icon It's going to give me the watch name, last time it's synced, firmware, MAC address, app version, battery capacity. If I click on call alert, then I could turn that on, and if I get a call, then it's going to show up on the watch, but keep in mind I can't, answer calls from the watch. It would just alert me that I had a call. So let's go back, sedentary alert, see device is not connected. It's weird how it keeps doing that, but as you can see up here, it's fully connected. The watch is connected to this phone. So the sedentary alert would set the reminders of when it's time to move. You'll be able to set it from anywhere from 15 minutes to 3 hours. Let's go to an alarm alert. And this is kind of weird because I think there was an upgrade to this application. As you can see, it just came on, right? So now, there, see what I mean? Very quirky, okay? So now if I put that on, as you can see, 15 minutes to 3 hours. And of course you can set the date and time that you want to be reminded. So let's turn that off. Do I want to save the changes? No. Sedentary alert, we just looked at that. The alarm alert. So now as you can see, it's working. It's just, I don't know about this app. Anyway, you can set the alarm. And of course, once the alarm goes off on the watch, it's just going to buzz, it's going to vibrate. It's not, it's not auditory. So SNS alert. Okay, device is not connected. Let's do this and see what happens. See, once again, we can see that the watch is connected to the app via Bluetooth, but nothing's happening. So you can set up your alerts there. Heart rate detection. Once again, quirkiness, it says device is connected, although it's connected. But see, just came on. Now if I click on SNS alert, there you go. Notification access, etc. Once again, see how I tried to go back and it took me to my apps. I'll get out of that screen. I'll go back into Very Fit Pro and it would take me where I was. So heart rate detection, I have it set for automatically so that it's always on, or you can set it manually and you can just press the button from the watch. So let's see, we're on wrist sense. Wrist sense is just so that when you turn your wrist, the watch comes on. So, and this is funny that it's not coming on this watch. But anyway, we have more, and there you go. Now we really want to see more because there's some important stuff in here. So let's get this to turn on. And one of the things that I really don't like about this app, and I pretty much narrowed it down that it's definitely the app, it's not the watch, because the watch is always connected to the phone. Just came on. Now let's click on more. Here's some good stuff in here. Activity display. You can change the activities within the watch, and you can turn GPS on or off. And of course the GPS is just going to work with the app, not the watch, because once again the watch does not have built-in GPS. So you've got the language, you've got the weather forecast. If you've got that turned on, it will push the weather information from your watch, from your phone to your watch. Heart rate zones, and here we go again. Like I said, I'm not going to edit any of this out because I want you to know the real deal of how this application works. So, and as you can see, let's skip to reboot, wait for that to come back on. If I click on reboot, I can reboot the watch from my phone. Let's see if we can get back in the heart rate zones. Yeah. So as you can see, like I said, this application is just really weird. It just popped on. So now I can set my heart rate zones. I can, customize it. There's some information down here, etc., etc., etc. I can set do not disturb. And if I turn that on, it's just going to not push. The app just won't push information, alerts or notices, whatever, to the watch during a specified time. So let's get out of this. And we are at firmware upgrade. As you can see, once again, said it's not going to connect. Not too concerned about that. There's never going to be a firmware update on the watch. It's just not going to happen. Unbind would unsync the watch, remove it from Bluetooth. So they say unbind. Don't know why, but they, that's how they have it. So let's go to user, and you can create an account within the VeryFit Pro app so that you would be able to see how your stats compare with other people that are using this app. I haven't done it. I have no desire to do it. Target setting, you can set your steps, sleep, weight. That's more like it. Calories that you want to consume per day, miles you want to cover per day. And when you reach a target, then it just gives you like a, flashes on the watch like a trophy or whatever. Personal information, y'all don't need to see that, but it's going to be gender, height, birth date, it's weight, etc., etc., etc. All of that information is in there. System setting, so you can set, turn this back on, see if that helps. But you can set, pounds, whatever. You can set your weight measures in there. The starting day of the week, I have it set for Sunday. Show connection status in the notification bar. Well, it's already there. If I turn that on, it just duplicates. As you can see, it went from 1 to 2. So I just leave that off. Let's go back to unit setting now that the watch has come back on. So you can see I have it in feet and miles, and I have it set for pounds, and the temperature as Fahrenheit. So let's get out of that. I can clear the cache. It has the app version. Okay, we've got feedback, and this is when you go in feedback, if you tap on one of these, you can just give the application manufacturer some information, as to what's going on with the app. Let's get out of that. We can go into user agreement. Now these next two are like super important. I'll tell you why. If you click on user agreement, what's great about this is that if you're an insomniac, you can't sleep, then you've got literally a freaking novel here that will put you to sleep if you decide to read it. If that does not work, not a problem. This app really does have you covered. Click on privacy policy. Yeah, you've got part 2 of that novel right here to read. Have fun. So let's go back. And now we've got problems. I think this is really cool, and I'll tell you why. So if you've got any issues going on with the watch, you can, click on whatever. Let's see, not receive notifications. Click on that, and it's going to give you some information on how to resolve the problem that you may be having in the watch. And there's a decent size list here of problems. What's that? From 1 till 25. So it covers a lot of information. Third-party program. You can push information from this app to Google Fit or Strava. So I think that's pretty cool. And that concludes the review of this application. So let's go ahead and wrap this sucker up. So wrapping this up, we did see that the Umidigi Uwatch GT, which uses the VeryFit Pro app, well, I'm not impressed by that app, especially since it has no watch faces at all, like in the Fit app that the Umidigi Uwatch 2 uses. So what it all comes down to is better watch, better app. So that takes care of that. Thank you for hanging out with me here on Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews. Enough said. I will catch you on the flip side in my next video. Now, can you dig that?